that this video seems lazy or thrown together or like a sad excuse for a storytime vid, but I am working on bigger, better things, I swear. May or may not be a short film. Whoop. So yeah, today's video is probably going to be a bit of more low-key, even though I've already spent half an hour getting this set up with the lighting and the things, and I still look really red, so ugh, hate that. But I'm going to be telling a very, very interesting story time of how I got hired and fired in the same day at my first job. So, it all begins last year. I was 15 years old, and I just finished my A-Push exam, which you guys already know all about that, and already had a story time. But that was all over, so I had free time, like actual time to do other things, and so I started looking into a job. I started looking into a job so I could have money for mostly college and then some other things. And so I had my mom find like all the different places that would hire 15-year-olds, and she gave me a list, and I applied for every single one that was on the list, and a fast food restaurant called back. Not gonna name it because I currently work for them. So I got a call back from a fast food restaurant that I had fond memories from childhood, so I was like, oh my gosh, this is the one I actually wanted to work at. And so I picked it up, and I got a man, and he asked if I was still interested in the job, that my application looked really good, and if I wanted to have an interview, and I was like, yeah, of course. And so I was getting super hyped and super nervous, and like a week passes, and it's the day of my interview. I go in, and he asked me a few questions, not too many, just kind of, you know, what grade I was in, like what I was doing, and like what were my strengths, all like all the bullshitty interview questions for like kind of stuff. Like, that's what he asked. And at the end of the interview, he just said, okay, we're going to hire you. You're gonna need this, this, and this, like non-slip shoes, like black pants, like all this different stuff. And he's like, come back on Monday and we'll get everything put into the computer. And so he sends me home with like some online like kind of paperwork stuff to do, and I do that, and I read through the handbook, and I get this weird feeling because I'm reading through it, and so they had like a section for 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and I was like, that's weird. Maybe it's just like a regional thing of whether or not they hire 15-year-olds. And I started telling my mom, I was like, you think he knows I'm only 15? And my mom's like, of course he does. It was on everything. Yeah, and so I was like, yeah, of course he does. It's whatever. So I get everything together. I buy like all the stuff I need, and like I'm super pumped, and I show up for like kind of like a orientation, and I walk in, and I sit down, and we start putting in the information, and he goes off to do other things, and the manager does, and so I sit there, and I'm putting in my social security number, and then I get to put in my birthday. And after I did that, and I clicked next, a little pop-up appears, and it says, this person is not old enough to work here. And I just go, oh my god, did this actually just happen? Because he had literally, just before he left, said the words, okay, you're hired. And I was like, awesome, this is cool, my first job, I'm so excited, yay! And then the crashing realization that I wouldn't be able to work here for another like 3 or 4 months. I was just holding back tears, and like finally like he comes back, and I'm like, it won't let me put in my birthday, and he goes, oh, that's weird. And so he tries it, and when he sees the pop-up, he just goes, fuck, god damn it. I'm like, looking at her, because there's like customers there, and he was like, how old are you? And I'm like, 15. And he's just like, shit. And I'm like, he's like, okay, well, you're not gonna be able to work here. And I was like, well, I just got fired. And hired in the same day, obviously. This is, so yeah, he had fired me, and then he had to, like, just say, sorry. And he asked me if I wanted to go back to, the kitchen and meet everyone, because he said, as soon as I turn 16, I can have a job there. And I was like, no, I don't really want to meet everyone, and so I kind of just walked out, called my mom, and started crying. Like, hardcore sobbing, but trying to hold myself together. I was just like, I had so much hope built up for this moment. I was like so excited for this thing, and it was just a crushing realization of, oh, it's not gonna happen. Like, just, I was so sad. But, obviously, like I said, I do work there now, and so people on my Instagram and my friends who watch this probably know kind of where that is, but it was just a very strange experience for my first job, because yeah, it was weird, but obviously everything worked out and it was all okay, and I now have a job there, and I love my job there, and I love the people, and I love the food, and it's just a ton of fun, and I actually do love it. But anyway, that is the end of the story, and that kind of just explains how I got hired and fired in the same day at my first job. And now I have a few more words I want to say. Is, for those of you who mostly follow me on Instagram, you know, I haven't posted a photo of myself in, I think, almost a month. And there is one big reason for that, and that's I haven't taken a photo of myself I like for like a month. My insecurities have kind of gotten worse. My hair is harder to manage, like, to cover my entire face. I just feel really insecure, and that I look overweight or fat, and it's just a ton of different stuff. I just haven't really felt good about myself enough to post for nearly 5,000 people to see. Like, I just, even though I don't want to post it, like, I'm almost like trying to hide it out of frame, because I just can't, like, I'm not okay with, like, seeing myself, honestly. It's just, and, oh yeah, and I'm lazy. Just kidding. I'm trying to make this a thing, but it's not going to be a thing. Or is it? I still need more questions for the Q&A to be able to make it, so if you could please leave me more, that would be awesome. I have, like, maybe 4 on my Instagram so far, and, like, 2 on YouTube, so please ask me anything. All questions will be answered no matter what. And yeah, so this has been the second day of Vlogmas, and I absolutely love the editing software on my computer. I've been using it to edit. I used it to edit the last video, and I think it turned out really good. I made that whole Vlogmas intro myself, so that was really cool. But yes, I will see you guys tomorrow, actually tomorrow, like, legitly tomorrow, and thank you guys, and have a wonderful day. Heart. Bye-bye. Whoosha!